Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of Inside the Life of African Leaders. In today's video, our focus would be Idi Amin, a figure whose influence on Ugandan history remains both profound and controversial. We will talk about a summary of his life from before and after he rose to power, his impact on his country, and then we will let you decide whether he falls in the good or bad category. We will also touch the deepest secrets that are only known by a select few. Born on May 17, 1925, in the serene town of Koboko, Uganda, Amin's early years are not just a backdrop but a crucial foundation for understanding the complexities that unfolded later in his life. In this documentary-style deep dive, we aim to unravel the layers of Amin's personal and political life, exploring not only the chronological events but the psychological nuances that shaped this enigmatic leader. Chapter 1: Background. To fully comprehend the trajectory of Idi Amin's life, it is imperative to delve into the intricacies of his formative years. Hailing from northwest Uganda, Amin's humble beginnings laid the groundwork for a journey that would take him from the fields of his hometown to the corridors of power. What propelled him beyond the ordinary? How did his early experiences shape the mindset that would later define his leadership style? These are questions we seek to answer as we navigate through the chapters of Amin's youth. As a young man, Amin's athletic prowess became his ticket to a career in the British colonial military. His rise through the ranks was not merely a linear progression but a testament to qualities that set him apart. Charismatic, unorthodox, and assertive, Amin's leadership qualities did not go unnoticed. The military became the crucible in which Amin's character was forged, laying the groundwork for the larger-than-life persona that would come to dominate Ugandan politics. Chapter 2: Ascension to Power. The turning point in Amin's life came on January 25, 1971, when he orchestrated a military coup that reverberated through the political landscape of Uganda. The government of Milton Obote was ousted, and Amin ascended to the highest echelons of power. But what drove this dramatic move? What were the underlying socio-political dynamics that led to Amin's bold seizure of authority? The coup marked the beginning of a regime characterized by elements of both brilliance and brutality. Amin's rule was marked not only by political maneuvering but also by a series of eccentricities that would become synonymous with his name. The layers of his leadership style, from assertive military commander to the unpredictable head of state, set the stage for a period of Ugandan history that remains etched in collective memory. Chapter 3: Family Life. As we navigate the tumultuous political landscape, we must also turn our attention to the personal sphere that coexisted with Amin's rise to power. Amin's family life was far from ordinary, marked by a series of marriages that added both complexity and controversy to his narrative. One of the most prominent figures in Amin's personal life was his wife, Serene. Their relationship, often tumultuous and subject to public scrutiny, became emblematic of the challenges within the Amin household. How did Amin navigate the intricacies of family life while holding the reins of a nation? What role did Serene play in the larger narrative of Amin's rule? Amin's embrace of polygamy further added layers to his family dynamics. Multiple wives and a substantial number of children entered the equation, each carrying the weight of their father's actions on the national stage. How did Amin balance the demands of leadership with the responsibilities of fatherhood and husband? These are questions that lead us into the intimate spaces of Amin's life, shedding light on the man behind the political persona. Idi Amin's polygamous lifestyle extended beyond the confines of the political arena, impacting the lives of his numerous children. Some would experience privileges associated with their father's position, while others would confront the challenges that came with being part of a family synonymous with political notoriety. The children of Idi Amin found themselves entwined in the complex tapestry of his rule. How did they navigate the delicate balance between the legacy of their father and the scrutiny of a nation recovering from the trauma of his regime? The dynamics within the Amin family serve as a microcosm reflecting the larger tensions that characterized Ugandan society during this period. In this segment, we delve into the personal realm of Idi Amin, exploring the impact of his family life on the broader canvas of Ugandan history. From the intricacies of his relationships to the challenges faced by his children, we aim to paint a comprehensive picture of the man whose actions reverberated not only in the political arena but within the walls of his own home. Chapter 5: Controversial Actions. The narrative takes a somber turn as we confront the dark shadows cast by Idi Amin's rule. His 8-year presidency, from 1971 to 1979, was marred by egregious human rights abuses that left an indelible mark on Uganda's history. Amin's regime was synonymous with brutality, a reign of terror that unfolded through mass killings, torture, and the expulsion of Ugandan Asians. At the heart of this brutality was the State Research Bureau, Amin's notorious secret police force. Its activities were shrouded in secrecy, and its methods were nothing short of ruthless. Thousands of Ugandans lost their lives at the hands of Amin's enforcers, creating an atmosphere of fear and mistrust that permeated every facet of society. The infamous Entebbe incident in 1976 further escalated tensions on the international stage. Amin's support for the hijacking of an Air France plane and the subsequent hostage crisis showcased not only his erratic decision-making but also his willingness to use violence as a political tool. The fallout from this incident reverberated far beyond Uganda's borders, leaving an enduring stain on Amin's legacy. As we navigate through this segment, we grapple with the harsh realities of Amin's rule, exploring the profound impact of his terrible deeds on the lives of ordinary Ugandans. It is a chapter of Ugandan history that forces us to confront the darkest aspects of power and the consequences of unchecked authority. Chapter 6: Positive Actions. Surprisingly, amidst the darkness, there were instances where Amin displayed a softer side and engaged in actions that garnered praise, albeit in limited circles. His advocacy for African unity struck a chord with some, and his support for the Palestinian cause gained him popularity in the Arab world. The expulsion of Israeli military advisors from Uganda, while controversial, was hailed by certain nations as a bold move against foreign influence. Economically, Amin's expulsion of Ugandan Asians resulted in the transfer of businesses to indigenous Ugandans, providing them with economic opportunities previously denied. While the long-term consequences of these policies are subject to debate, they highlight the complexity of Amin's rule and the multifaceted impact it had on both domestic and international fronts. Here, we aim to navigate the nuances of Amin's legacy by examining both the darkness and occasional glimmers of what some perceived as positive contributions. It prompts us to question the duality of leadership and the intricate interplay between actions that were condemned globally and those that, at least initially, resonated with certain factions. Chapter 7: Downfall. The pinnacle of Idi Amin's power would eventually crumble, marking the beginning of the end of his tumultuous reign. The turning point came in 1978 when Amin's forces invaded Tanzania in a move that would prove to be disastrous. The Tanzanian military, joined by Ugandan exiles, swiftly repelled the invasion, dealing a significant blow to Amin's regime. The events that unfolded exposed the vulnerabilities of Amin's rule: erratic decision-making, internal dissent, and the failure to garner genuine support from both the military and the Ugandan populace. Faced with a resounding defeat, Amin fled into exile in Saudi Arabia, where he lived until his death in 2003. The downfall of Idi Amin raises critical questions about the nature of power, the fragility of authoritarian regimes, and the factors that contribute to their eventual collapse. How did Amin's overreach and military misadventures hasten his demise? What role did external forces, such as Tanzania's intervention, play in dismantling Amin's grip on power? This video explores the intricate web of events that led to the fall of one of Africa's most controversial leaders. Chapter 8: Legacy. Idi Amin's legacy is a deeply divisive and contested terrain. For some, he remains a symbol of Uganda's darkest era, a time marked by human rights abuses, economic mismanagement, and a reign of terror. Others, however, recall Amin as a charismatic leader who, albeit briefly, managed to unite a nation under his rule. The complex legacy of Idi Amin continues to shape Uganda's present and future, a constant reminder of the enduring impact of historical figures on the collective memory of a nation. Uganda, in the post-Amin era, grapples with the scars of his regime. The process of reconciliation and rebuilding is ongoing, and the echoes of Amin's actions reverberate in the socio-political landscape. Today's video aims to explore the multifaceted nature of Amin's legacy, inviting viewers to ponder the complexities of historical interpretation and the enduring influence of one man on the trajectory of a nation. And so, we conclude our in-depth exploration of Idi Amin's life and legacy. As we reflect on the intricate tapestry of his rule, his rise to power, family dynamics, the terrible and the occasionally good aspects, we invite you, our viewers, to share your thoughts in the comments below. History, as we've witnessed, is a complex interplay of light and shadow, and the legacy of Idi Amin stands as a testament to the enduring impact of leadership on the course of a nation. If you found this exploration informative and thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is the Free Thinker, Signing off, and thank you for joining us on this journey through the complexities of Idi Amin's life and the legacy he left behind.